Welcome, everybody, to the Arc of Wrestling podcast. I am your host, Greg. Today, we have a good group with us. We have Mike.
Hello.
We have Hunter.
Yes.
We have Jonesy.
All.
And for our special guest tonight, John.
Hey guys, what's up?
John, do you want to plug your Twitter really quickly?
Yeah, my Twitter is at Mr. Pointman. So just if you want to hear me ramble about a lot of wrestling and non-wrestling shit and just hear me go insane, go ahead and follow me.
Yeah, we followed John. He seemed like a really cool guy, and now he's on the podcast. You know, that's what happens when you follow us on Twitter. We get to know you a lot better, and you could, one day be on the podcast with us and talk about wrestling every week on Sunday. Today was Survivor Series, everybody. Holy shit. That was... What a pay-per-view.
Let's not spoil anything yet.
Let's not spoil anything yet, so let's not talk about the ending until we get to the ending.
Yeah, I don't think holy shit spoils the pot. I don't think holy shit spoils
it just gives you a little hint of what's to come. Let's talk about the pre-show match that we start out with.
Oh my god, do we have to?
Oh, well, actually,
I didn't even watch
pre-show?
I
that.
don't want to. That
we
was
start
terrible.
out with the announcement of who is going to be the replacement for Team Ziggler. Who's going to replace Cody Rhodes after getting injured by Kane at main event on Wednesday.
Actually, hold on. Before they showed the replay of that, that wasn't Kane's fault.
It wasn't Kane's fault. It was Cody because Cody fell wrong.
Yeah, Rhodes landed wrong from what I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He landed on his shoulder. I think he fucked up his shoulder.
Yeah. Oh god, he had something. He had like a couple tendons. Get
They
injured.
say he doesn't need surgery, so.
He doesn't need surgery, which is fine. So that means he's probably going to be back earlier than expected. If it was injury, then it would have probably taken him a lot longer to recover. So thank God, Cody.
Goldust rushing to.
Yeah.
Goldust rushing to the hospital in full body paint.
Oh, the sight of all the doctors looking at this gold and black man running through the hospital. Where's my brother?
Like.
Blocking everybody that
Like-
walks by.
That would be the best. That would be the best Steiner Brothers angle ever. If like Rick Steiner got put in the hospital. Where my brother?
Okay, so the announcement for the replacement of Cody Rhodes, David Otunga.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Dad Coffee.
Okay,
Mug.
I'm in company of friends because I despise David Otunga.
Well, you're on the same train as Mike right now.
He is the biggest walking piece of human waste I've ever seen in my life.
But Mike,
I'm sorry, his gimmick is so fucking stupid.
It's all about that coffee mug.
That
That
bow tie.
coffee
Oh,
mug.
man.
That coffee
That
mug.
matching coffee.
He
I'm
has.
sorry.
He-
That TLC promo that he cut that ended with Sheamus hitting him with the chair. I applauded Sheamus hitting him.
No. Last year's TLC promo was the best promo in WWE history.
You should go shoot yourself right now. Please, I'm begging
That
you.
was probably the most gayest promo I have ever seen any wrestler shoot. Even when Chuck Palumbo and Billy Gunn were doing the gay gimmick.
Wait,
What
Mr.
David
Ass was in
Otunga
it?
did for the TLC promo back in 2011 was so gay.
And they're replaying it this year.
No,
Why? What'd they do?
replayed it. No, well, they have David Otunga back for another TLC moment.
Was it gayer than Orlando Jordan's TNA gimmick?
Yes.
Yeah, right. It was not gayer than that.
Have you
There's
seen, have,
no-
have
yeah,
you seen
have
Orlando
you
Jordan's
Not
seen
dating
gay.
gimmick?
So.
Have you seen that fucking promo? Where
No.
like how he caresses the table in the small tights with like the light gleaming down on him.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
are you sure it wasn't? Are you sure it wasn't Dustin Rhodes outside of his body paint?
I'm pretty damn sure it wasn't Dustin Rhodes out of his body paint.
Anyway, David Otunga has the wrestling ability of Chris Masters, which is none.
Dude, he needs to stop wrestling and become a medical malpractice lawyer.
He needs to do nothing.
Mike, all I have to say
Just
is
curl
that
up in a
coffee
ball.
mug.
That coffee
That
mug can
coffee
go.
mug.
That coffee mug can go in the grinder for all I care.
You should use that
That
coffee
bow
mug
tie.
as like a
Coffee
weapon from now
grinder.
on.
That
Yeah,
bow
how
tie.
come David Otunga is on TV but Zack Ryder isn't?
Because
Zack Ryder sucks.
Oh God, not oh God! You're those kind of people.
No,
What do
I.
Whoa, 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 whoa! What do you mean, those kind of people?
I mean, I actually think Zack Ryder is a pretty good gimmick going
I
for
am
him.
so
I'd
sorry.
like to see him improve.
I am so
Here's
sorry.
the thing, John. My problem with Zack Ryder, he had all the momentum in the world, and I was even enjoying him at some point. But when he was thrown into the feud with John Cena and Kane, his momentum drastically shifted to more of a why is he constantly on my television? He was overplayed way too much. That his gimmick.
Well,
was
it's
more
Eve's
for,
fault, that damn Hosky.
yeah, I mean, but he was being overplayed way too much. He was doing the woo woo woo, it just way too much, and that does get tedious at some points in time.
The best part was
Honestly, it's more fun watching Are You Serious, watching Road Dogg flirt with Josh Matthews than it is seeing Zack Ryder on TV.
the best part was where Kane threw him off the stage in a wheelchair.
Oh God, that was awesome. I'm sorry, but I love Kane because he's part kind of with the Undertaker in that boat.
Okay,
But-
we're gonna move on to our
Yeah, back
first
to the
match.
pay-per-view.
We're gonna move on to the first match of the night. Heath Slater, Jinder Mahal versus Zack Ryder, Santino Marella, the pre-show match.
Team Cobra.
3MB is back.
I wish he wouldn't be.
And surprisingly, Drew McIntyre, who came back after his mother passed away. So our condolences go to Drew McIntyre. He is back with 3MB, rocking it out
Stay
in the
hard,
ring.
Mr. McIntyre.
Am I the only one who's actually kind of enjoying 3MB?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just one man.
Oh my God.
The only time I ever enjoyed Heath Slater was when he was getting a Vader bomb.
Wait, when Vader came in.
Yes,
squash,
I'm an unapologetic Vader mark. I love Big Van Vader.
I was
The best.
for
the best
my
part-
big
the be-
guy. For my big guy, I think I was more of a Bam Bam Bigelow guy over Vader.
Well, they're kind of
they're basically
they're
almost
kind of the same. They
person.
were huge guys that could move, and it was awesome.
I thought your favorite big guy, Greg, was Giant Gonzalez.
So
That's
funny.
low.
Mike.
That's low.
I'm pretty sure your favorite guy is
That
Brodus
is
Clay.
low.
No, it's not.
Hey, you guys are leaving out the greatness that is Great Khali.
Oh my.
Well, hey,
Can I-
that Khali Otunga match, Khali was more over than Otunga,
Can I
so
ki-
you got to give credit.
Can I kick him, please?
No.
Oh.
That Punjabi
Joking, I
player,
don't like
Mike.
Khali. The only thing I like is his music.
Oh.
How many
Yeah,
people,
it's
how many
cat
people
film.
can say they lock lips with Maria Kanellis? Well, a lot maybe, but still.
Yeah, but Kali.
Hey, Natalia wanted that. After that match, Natalia wanted that, and I tweeted that his genitalia is probably bigger than Otunga's arms.
Yeah, but when you're kissing Maria, you're also kissing CM Punk
And you're also kissing Mike
Well-
Bennett
and Mike Bennett.
and some other people.
At least he wasn't kissing Jasmine St. Clair.
Oh.
Oh wow! Throwing these references just constantly. Oh my god.
I think I like him. We're keeping him.
We're keeping him.
Okay,
Keeping you,
so-
John.
So Big Fish.
Okay, I got into back to the pay per view. I got into the pay per view. I got home right as the in the middle of the R-Truth Antonio Cesaro match, which I'm pissed off that Truth didn't win.
We'll get to that. We're gonna go through
We're gonna get to that.
from beginning
No,
to
I'm
end.
saying I want to hear about these other matches first because I didn't see them.
Heath Slater, Jinder Mahal versus Zack Ryder, Santino Marella. Pre-show match. Mike,
Greg,
how'd you enjoy the match?
I didn't
Why?
because it
didn't
sucked.
Why did it suck?
Because all four men suck nuts.
Wait, you think Jinder Mahal sucks?
Yeah.
You think
Is that a
Santino Marella
Is that a
sucks?
serious question?
You think Santino Marella sucks?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I'm hurt.
Hey, at least he wasn't teamed with Kozlov this time.
I've been adamant about Santino being the worst thing ever for like the past 3 months.
Santino Marella
Hey, you
is
know he could probably legit kick your ass, right?
Santino
I don't
Marella
care.
is legit one of the most talented yet underrated wrestlers on that entire roster.
Dude, he's
No.
he's an MMA. He's a fucking judoka. The guy knows martial arts. He's
Sarah Del Rey could beat me up, but that's besides the point.
Look, if you
Kevin
want to
Steen
go, if you
probably
want to see
ran through.
Santino Marella at his best, go on YouTube, look up Santino Marella, OVW,
Nobody's gonna do that.
or the Russian or his Russian gimmick. When he was with his Russian gimmick, it was a gimmick created by Paul Heyman back in OVW. Santino Marella was a Paul Heyman guy. Paul Heyman enjoyed.
I wonder how much
Marella.
money Heyman skipped out on paying him.
What?
I
Oh.
wonder how much money Heyman skimped out on paying him.
Oh man,
Mhm.
those fucking.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna
I'm
call
a
you
douchebag.
Reference
I
Man
know.
from now on, John.
Call me what?
I'm gonna call you Reference Man.
I am a security guard. I sit at work at a computer for 12 hours every fucking weekend. All I do is sit there and watch wrestling and look up wrestling and just like be a total idiot.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry. I pull out way too many. I pull way too many things out of my ass. That's why I wanted you guys to talk, because I don't want to fill this fucking podcast.
You suplex guys. You suplex this people who are stealing stuff from your shops through tables.
It's not actually. I'm at a TD Ameritrade,
Oh,
which is like
dang.
a stockbroking place, but it's like nobody's there on the weekends, and it's like 7. Yeah, I had to wake up at 5:30 this morning on my fucking birthday.
Oh. Serious question. How many people have you put in the master lock?
Me?
Yes.
Actually, nobody does anything stupid around there.
Oh, so
I wonder
nobody's
why.
nobody's broken
Yeah,
the
it's like
master
nobody's.
lock
Well,
challenge.
I'm built like Vader if he were like 6 inches shorter and like 170 pounds lighter.
Oh.
Can you do some Vader bombs?
Actually, I want it. That's well. I'm gonna sound like a 8-year-old Mark here, but I would actually love to like be a wrestler.
It's
I'd
all right.
Like,
It's all right. Greg's a resident 8-year-old Mark.
and I honestly like. Oh, it's well.
I've gone
I
into
actually
the
had a
business of
couple conversations.
screenwriting to be a writer, a creative writer for WWE.
You get fired in like a day. Stephanie would Trips would knock you over, and Steps would put her 6-inch heels right in your testicles.
Oh wow!
Right.
I would be more afraid of Vince McMahon doing that than either one of those two, probably.
McMahon would probably put you in a headlock, and his bicep would pop off your head.
I heard stories of Vince McMahon firing someone because he looked like a ghoul. So,
Oh,
if
Vince
McMahon
McMahon's
was right
one.
the way
Vince
you look,
McMahon's
he
one
would
to
fire
talk.
you. So
Yeah.
I already know.
Okay,
what
so
I'm getting myself into.
the pre-show match was
Pre-show.
shit.
Exactly. We have Survivor Series to talk about. I remember.
That match was shit, right?
We're
I'm
already
serious.
13 minutes into this podcast. The match was, it was all right. I mean,
Well, Mike
it
didn't
wasn't
like it.
special. Like it was almost just forgettable. Like the only way you could ever remember that match was
If you didn't
Just
see
like
it.
the main event.
McIntyre hitting Ryder at the end, and Jinder Mahal calls it. So
You know how you'd forget it by not seeing it,
by not discussing it.
well,
by not talking about it.
well, if you don't,
So
Okay,
if you don't-
so the
3MB
first
versus
match-
Santino. And
how can you remember something you can't see?
By people talking
Nobody
about
watched
it.
That's the problem.
Okay.
I
We're-
certainly.
We're just going to move on to the
Okay.
next match. With the first official match of Survivor Series, the traditional Survivor Series match, Brodus Clay, Justin Gabriel, Tyson Kidd, Rey Mysterio, and Sin Cara versus Darren Young, Tyler O'Neil, Wait. This got
Rey
fucked up.
Mysterio got
No.
booked twice against himself.
versus Darren Young, Tyler O'Neil.
I knew he was a good wrestler, but
Primo.
damn.
Primo, Epico, and Tensai. Because Lords of Pain post, it's Brodus Clay, Justin Gabriel, Tyson Kidd, Rey Mysterio, Sin Cara versus Darren Young, Titus O'Neil, Rey Mysterio, Sin Cara, and Tensai.
Wait, what?
Wait, he's on the card twice
They put
against
the-
himself.
No, they put Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara on both teams.
Why?
Because I bet you they forgot that Primo and Epico were even in this match in the first place.
So did a lot of
and
people.
everyone else.
Hey, okay, I got a question. Did Sin Cara botch?
No.
No,
I don't
surprisingly.
think it did.
The biggest botch of the night goes to Brodus Clay, who couldn't.
Yeah,
pick
he
up
dropped Tensai on his head, didn't he?
Dropped him almost right on his head. Like if he would have,
Jesus Christ.
if Tensai would have rolled up, during that what was it was it a suplex or was it no? It wasn't a
It
suplex.
looked like a T-bone.
Probably wouldn't, dude. Brodus Clay couldn't suplex a paper bag.
He probably could.
God, I want to know what he was trying to go for.
It was a T-bone.
Was it a T-bone?
He's the world's only living
Oh, no,
Botchasaurus.
Clay just tries to toss Tensai. So yeah, it was a T-bone toss or something like that.
It's a T-bone suplex.
T-bone suplex.
So he did what Bobby Lashley usually did.
If,
He did with
if Tensai would have rolled up during it, he would have legitimately probably snapped his neck in half. That's how bad it was. Like, but all he did was Tensai just went for like a big face plant on the ring and kind of split a little bit.
If he had snapped his neck, he couldn't job anymore.
He wouldn't walk either.
Hey!
Hey, he could get royalty check. Hey, he could get paid injury leave.
On the upside, he could be with his former tag team partner, Draws.
Oh God! Oh.
Hey, if we're
Now
We're gonna be throwing references. Let's go hardcore with these.
if we're gonna be this kind of show,
near the end of when we talk about the main event, like I've got all sorts of shit that I could drag out.
This is gonna be a good show. I can
Yeah,
tell.
great show. All right, so that was probably the biggest moment. I mean, the at least the moment I can remember in this show.
Biggest
in
fuck
that
up of the
match.
night.
Yeah.
Well, before we move on, Sin Cara has gotten better.
He has gotten better.
Oh yeah, considering that he botched his debut.
Well, he did. It's not his fault that he botched in the past. It's the people he worked with.
He wasn't used. From what I heard, he wasn't used. Nobody really showed him how to wrestle American style. He was still used to wrestling the badass lucha libre style. He couldn't dumb down his moveset for us stupid Americans.
He didn't
Pretty much.
He didn't stay in FCW for long. From what I remember, he stayed in there for probably like 4 or 5
Yeah,
months.
you got guys like the guys that debuted tonight, which we should talk about because the internet went fucking crazy over it.
We are going to talk about it because I flipped the hell out when that happened. We'll talk about that.
Let's not spoil it.
Get to it.
Try not to spoil
Did
the
you
main event.
mark out like an 8-year-old Hulkamaniac?
I like my entire body got chills when that happened. So we'll talk about it when it gets to it.
Okay. Who are you guys' Twitters? Like, I think I might be following some of y'all.
Well,
We'll
following
give them to you.
you're following
We'll give
the
them to you
main
after the
Twitter,
show.
which is twitter.com/Arc of Wrestling, which everybody should go follow right now. Jonesy has his own. We'll probably just give it to you in the Skype call, John.
Okay, because we need to plug the Twitter name, don't we?
Yeah. Okay.
Just had to plug.
So the rest of the match, no one got eliminated on the team of Rey Mysterio, Sin Cara, Justin Gabriel,
Except for Brodus.
Except for Brodus. That was surprising.
Thank God.
I didn't. Yeah, I never have seen that happen before.
You've never seen.
They probably went for Brodus because he's the biggest target in the ring.
You've never seen a team
Like
not get eliminated.
Like no. I mean, like completely like this full, or at least I can't remember.
Team DX in 2006.
Wait, DX? Wait, was this DX in name only?
It was DX, CM Punk, and the Hardys. Clean sweep. Nobody got eliminated on that team.
Why can't I remember that? I mean, I remember it happening. I just don't remember that particular match.
Wait, CM Punk cooperated with Jeff Hardy?
Mm-hmm. This was before their feud. This was in 2006.
I'm pretty sure they probably hated each other before that too, given how their lifestyles are totally opposite.
Nah, this was in 2006. This was when CM Punk was on ECW.
Okay,
I know what you're talking about, Mike. I just legitimately cannot remember that match.
No, I was talking about in reference to hating Hardy.
Oh.
Okay, are we gonna talk about the Divas match? Because
Yes.
I honestly don't have any interest in Diva matches
We
Yes.
are going to talk about it, and
unless Beth Phoenix is involved.
Here's the thing. That Divas match, for what it was, probably one of the better Divas matches I've seen in a while. For the sole reason, it wasn't like a 2-minute squash. They weren't trying to like rush the match. They were legitimately spending their time in the match. Both Eve and Caitlyn looked decent in the match.
He's got some nice submission moves now. She's been working hard.
She's
You
been
can
working
tell.
nice.
I didn't
During
know.
the
I didn't know
match-
submission moves was a euphemism.
During the match,
No.
JBL, both JBL and Dre Lawler couldn't call the head scissors that Eve was holding on Caitlyn. Do you remember seeing that, Mike?
Oh, the
Don't call it a Hurricane Rana. Scott Steiner will rip your head off.
No, I'm trying to think of the actual term for it.
It was a head scissors, right?
A leg scissor.
Is it a leg scissor?
I know she had like a figure 4 around her arm and her neck. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That was like a Royce Gracie move, since she's like married to the dude.
Like a super. It
was like an
fucking
MMA
BJJ
kind of type
takedown.
move. Yeah.
Well, neither JBL or Jerry Lawler could even call the move. Not even Michael Cole. Michael Cole was asking.
Well, if
Jerry Lawler.
JBL doesn't know what it is, then we're fucked.
Yeah, JBL was sitting there. Michael Cole just asked. He's like, blatantly goes out. He's like, so JBL, do you know the move? JBL's sitting quietly for like. Michael
Cole's like, what the
JBL,
hell
You're
is
supposed to be
that?
the expert.
JBL's like, I
You're
don't know.
supposed to be the expert.
God damn it! You asked King this question. Why are you asking me? Oh man.
Oh, are we? Hey, I want to talk about I want to talk about Big Show getting censored.
We'll get
when we
to that.
I was just thinking. You said, "God damn it!" And I was like, "Oh yeah, Big Show got censored tonight."
Did he get censored for that just reason only? 'Cause he said, "God damn it."
Yeah, no, he said no. I don't know what he said. Like I couldn't read his lips because I was laughing so damn hard when the audio cut off.
Oh, okay. Well, Eve Torres wins. She retains the Divas title. United States title match was next. R-Truth versus Antonio Cesaro.
Before we get into
Not
this,
happy.
Cesaro is getting over slowly but surely with the crowd.
He is, and I'm
Yeah.
happy
I don't.
because Creative made like a decision probably like a couple months ago that if Cesaro didn't get over by the end of the year, he was gonna be shit out of luck. Like they would have probably taken the U.S. title off of him and they would have just thrown him overboard. He would have been another jobber.
Well,
So he would have been in 3-man band. He would have been 3-man band status.
No, he would have been fired.
He would have
Oh,
probably just
shit.
been released. I'm so glad he got over, or at least he's getting over, because he is probably one of the most talented people on that main roster.
Well, I don't want to see R-Truth get buried.
I want R-Truth to be that guy.
I like Truth.
I want R-Truth to be that guy who builds up new wrestlers like Antonio Cesaro. I want him to be in that position where he's over enough with the fans to put over like big heel wrestlers.
You mean like Kane, the way Kane does? He's so over that they don't want to get rid of him, but he can job to the stars.
Yeah, that he could job the people and he can make them look good.
Yeah, he
That's
can
what
just
they
build
need.
up
That's what they
people's.
need. That's what
He
they
can
need
build up
R-Truth
people's
to do.
credibility.
That's what they need Randy Orton to do. That's what they need John Cena to do. They have to take these guys out of the main event and they have to push them more towards a help the new generation come in. Because they continue to be
Well,
in the main
R-Truth
event,
is
who's
in a much
helping
better
these
position to do
wrestlers?
that.
You're just gonna let them learn on their own how to get over with the fans. Because you're doing
They're
this
going
on
to be lost.
you're doing this on a bigger scale. You need these guys to learn how to get over with the fans on a much bigger scale, like than they are like on an indie circuit.
I'm with you. I think R-Truth is probably in a position to do that since he's more upper mid card,
yeah.
but he's over with the fans because he's got a really, I don't know. I think he's got an entertaining gimmick.
The retard gimmick where he's talking to an imaginary
Yes.
little child.
Yeah, that I liked the debate that he had where he was saying that if he was elected, he would trade Dolph Ziggler and Vicky Guerrero to SmackDown for Hornswoggle and a box of spiders.
Oh wow.
That made my ass crack up. And Ziggler's like, he probably don't even know what state we're in. He looks around, he's like, what state are we in?
The R-Truth heel run was one of my favorite heel runs in the past 5 years.
Yeah, I heard.
So-
I heard he like went batshit insane. Like his gimmick was that he was just like batshit crazy.
It was batshit crazy. Spiders coming out of ladders and
There better not be any spiders on those ladders.
yeah. It
Better not
was
be no damn spiders.
Don't forget the pigeons.
the pigeons.
I don't even know. Let the pigeons
pigeons.
loose, please.
It was,
Show
it
those
was
pigeons who
the
spots.
most entertaining. Like it was just artwork. It was I never thought R-Truth could just do that, and then he did it.
Well, they gave him a bland gimmick, but it's kind of like I kind of liken it to The Rock on a smaller scale. Like his face gimmick was kind of bland, but then they let him cut loose.
When he did the Confederacy.
Oh yeah, where he made Stone Cold speechless, which has probably never been done before.
It was never.
Little Jimmy come marching in her.
Bruh.
It was.
That was probably the most quasi-racist thing I've ever, quasi inverse racist thing I've ever seen.
Plus, that was during the PG.
That was exactly. It was in the PG.
I don't even know if that's PG.
It was the most entertaining, period of time that I remember that I could ever remember during this PG era is R-Truth's heel run, because that was just too damn.
Do you think they're using truth? Do you think they're using truth to get Cesaro over?
Yes,
I think that's what tonight was.
I definitely 100% believe that this is the reason why he's facing Cesaro. Cesaro's been going through a bunch of guys recently: Justin Gabriel, Tyson Kidd, R-Truth. I think
the perennial job.
What they're building up, they're trying to make Cesaro look like a big guy. They're trying to make him look almost unbeatable as a United States champion. It's going to lead to a babyface return of Jack Swagger.
Yeah, because he's saying no American can beat him.
I'm sorry. Didn't really like Jack Swagger the first couple times I saw him, but then I actually looked him up and started reading about all of his amateur records and stuff.
He's an amazing wrestler.
And I was like, holy crap, this guy sounds awesome.
He's a little stale with his charisma. I'll say that. But I think he has a lot of room to improve on his mic skills, which is why that's what they need to do. They need him to give him just a couple time slots, 5-6 minutes here and there on every Raw, and just have him talk.
It's pretty hard to have a good mic ability when he has a lisp.
Yeah, but people can get over that. Look at Dusty Rhodes. People can use that lisp and
Jesus Christ,
and work
Dusty
with it.
Rhodes.
Yeah, but Dusty Rhodes also feuded with Ric Flair and all that.
I know Dusty Rhodes is a shit, but his accent is fucking hilarious.
At the time, Ric Flair was just like Dolph Ziggler.
The main heel of NWA.
But I'm talking about at that time of period. Ric Flair was at a level where Dolph Ziggler would be at now. Now he's looked at as a legend. Don't get me wrong. Ric Flair,
oldest ride, longest line.
The greatest wrestler of all time. But at that point in time, back in the 1970s, Ric Flair was looked at as, a top card heel. That's what he was looked at. He's like a CM Punk now. How CM Punk is considered as a top heel wrestler. He's not a legend. CM Punk is not a legend now. He will be in the future, but he's not.
Oh yeah, he will be.
Dusty Rhodes, when he was facing Ric Flair, he was facing Ric Flair. He wasn't facing Ric Flair the legend, because the legend hasn't been made yet. That's what I'm saying. Jack Swagger could easily, get over that lisp, and he could be facing guys like Antonio Cesaro, be facing guys like CM Punk, who will be legends in the future. They're not there yet, but they probably will be.
It seemed to me like the reason he got a little bit stale with his first run as a face was because they tried to push him as something similar to Kurt Angle, and he just didn't have that. Like you said, he just didn't have that kind of charisma.
They need him to be like he was when he was a heel, like a big show off, like when almost like what Dolph Ziggler's doing.
All-American douchebag.
Yeah, like the all-American douchebag. One of the guys that I thought could get really over with the crowd, and I know I'm probably gonna get some shit with this, but he interested me when he first debuted. Alex Riley.
Oh my God!
I haven't really heard much about Alex Riley, so you aren't going to get much from me.
He's injured anyway.
Alex Riley, he started out with he was a big jock. He was a jock football player almost. He came out with the Letterman's jacket with the Miz, and he had that cocky heel gimmick that I'm better than you because look at me, I'm a Letterman graduate and all that. I thought that could have gone over. I thought that would easily have gone.
Deadlifted 500 pounds in high school, douchebag.
Yeah. I think that would have easily gotten him over. You know, probably teamed him up with have like Kelly or someone like valet with him, maybe even as a cheerleader. And I thought
Like
they
a
would
really
easily have
arrogant
gone over
valet?
as a real quick, heel run. So yeah, well, I guess we'll just move on then. Antonio Cesaro wins, retains the title.
I
from
was not
R-Truth.
happy.
You weren't happy? Why not?
I don't know. Cesaro. I kind of find him grating for like the same reasons that I find like, well, not Otunga, but for the same reason that I found Del Rio grating until I actually saw that Del Rio can fucking wrestle.
Yeah.
Well, don't mention. Well, when our resident Del Rio troll, if he comes in, don't mention that because oh my god.
Yeah.
He can't get over.
He
has no reaction.
Well,
You're not Strike Hunter. Stop.
I do.
No, that's what Strike says.
That
I know.
armbar, the way he set up that armbar was pretty fucking amazing.
But here's the thing. I agree with Strike at points. I agree that Del Rio hasn't gone over because the fans aren't buying into his gimmick. They aren't believing everything that he says. I mean, we already know that he rents all those cars. WWE
We know that.
Rents them before the show and then does that. How can you believe a man that owns 200 something cars? I'm not even sure
No
the
shit.
richest man in the world owns that many
Maybe
cars.
maybe they ought to go look. Maybe they ought to go look up his record in his shit in Mexico.
But that's the thing. You're expecting way too much out of people who watch wrestling casually. Who are there to enjoy the entertainment that's in front of them.
You're expecting too much out of the WWE fan base.
Oh
What is that
shit!
supposed to mean? I'm a part of the WWE fan base.
That was a very catty backhanded comment.
Because the WWE fan base doesn't acknowledge any other wrestling company.
They want sports entertainment. They don't want wrestling.
I'm on a wrestling forum where if I mention an indie wrestler, they all go nuts. Because they don't like talking indie, because they don't know who's who, because all they watch is the mainstream.
They don't like Colt Cabana.
No, they bash Ring of Honor because everybody in Ring of Honor doesn't tell stories in the ring.
Well, Mike, think about it.
Yeah, well,
Wrestling-
hey, that's when you spam Joe's gonna kill you.
They only do spots, and
Well,
there's no John Cena, and there's no Ryback. Davey
Hey,
Richards.
hey, guys, let's get to the
Davey Richards can't wrestle Ryback, man.
Hey, the shame.
Why,
Hey, let's
why are you
get
going
to
off on a
Sheamus Mitchell.
tangent, Mike?
I'm allowed.
No,
Mike.
you're not anymore.
No,
Never
you're not.
again.
Here, but before we go on the Big Show Sheamus match, I just want to say, Ring of Honor started out very non-story. They had blatantly no story because they're going by more of a Japan wrestling style.
I'm talking about today, not back then.
Today they've developed a lot towards story. They've changed their product tremendously. They've
got James T.
producing
Cornette, dude.
more stories. Their writers aren't that great to where their stories aren't great either. Because I've watched Ring of Honor. I'll admit I've been peeking into Ring of Honor lately. Their stories aren't great.
What about that I can think of an example. That last pay-per-view that ended with basically the ring covered in trash because they didn't like the way that the Steen Jay Lethal match ended.
Oh, I didn't get to see that.
Like I heard that was like I saw a bit like I was on. I'm gonna go ahead and shamelessly plug Botchamania here, but I was on that, and he showed a picture of how it ended, and the ring was like covered in fucking trash.
Well, here's the thing: Ring of Honor's creative writer is also a wrestler. He's not some soap opera writer. He's an actual wrestler for the company.
And here, they need, I think, Ring of Honor. What they need to do to evolve a little bit more, they need to get in a little bit more writers. You could easily find cheap writers out there in Hollywood. That would
I
easily
could
write
write for
a
him.
wrestling. That could easily write for a wrestling community, wrestling company, because that looks good on a resume that you could write every week for a show.
Given the amount of writers that the good old WWE went through in the past 5 years, I don't think that is good on a resume.
No, it is because
Worked for him for 2
you
weeks.
want to know why it's good? Because you're writing 7 hours of material every week. 7 hours.
Technically, you're only writing 4.
And you've got
But you still have to
Stephanie
write
McMahon directly up your ass.
Well, yeah, okay. No,
Then you gotta go
you're
through all
writing
the-
5, Mike, because you still have the SmackDown.
It's a completely different writing staff though from Raw.
Nobody watches
no, it's not.
SmackDown.
It used to be. It used to be, not anymore.
Oh, so it's the same people writing for both
Same
shows.
people.
So why is SmackDown better than Raw?
They have different heads.
Because it's taped.
It's the same people writing.
Because
but they have different
JBL
heads.
is on commentary, that's why.
I believe Michael Hayes is in control of the SmackDown writing, and the guy who was Great Khali's manager.
So wait. You mean to tell me it's the
Fucking
same?
Daivari?
It's the same set of writers for both shows, but the only difference is they have a head creative guy, but yet SmackDown's better than Raw.
Yeah.
Because the same people writing.
Michael Hayes is pretty sharp. Michael Hayes knows wrestling.
And the head guy for Raw is Great Khali's little brother.
Power,
Great Fry is
From
what I
what
do
I
every
know.
time I see him on TV.
From what I know, that's the setup. Because what it used to be when it was still the brand split, what Vince McMahon used to do, he used to separate the writing team into 2. One for Raw, one for SmackDown.
I know
And he
that.
would- and he would have them compete. But when the writing became more, because they started firing a lot of creative writers, and they only start hiring soap opera writers and all that, and they start doing a change. They combine the teams into one, but they separate the heads, so there's a different. There's not like one person controlling the entire thing.
Oh my god! So basically, they're retarded one night and they're brilliant the next.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. Speaking of retarded one night and brilliant the next, let's move on to the Sheamus and
Exactly. Let's move on to
and
this
Big Show
match.
match.
I'm gonna speak first on this match. It started out really good. It got slow midway because Sheamus was just getting a beat down on Show. But that ending, I mean, before it got to the ending, the third part of the match, brilliant. That spot that Sheamus did, the electric chair with Big Show, that was pretty fucking awesome. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty damn impressive what Sheamus was able to do there. But the ending,
I like that entire ending.
the ending of the match, probably could have gone a little bit better.
Well, the shit with the referee, I agree. I was kind of confused as to what was going on, but the Sheamus brutally beating Big Show with a chair, I enjoyed that because you can tell because it fits Sheamus's character. He's technically a face, but you fuck with him, he's gonna beat the hell out of you.
Yeah.
Sheamus is like one of those guys. He doesn't matter face or heel. He will fight you. He doesn't care. And if you screw him the way the show did, he's gonna come after you.
Definitely. And I think Sheamus is able to just have that great of a match. And I think Sheamus is learning a lot from Big Show.
His crazy face, like that, to me, that was like Edge level crazy eyes.
Definitely. Oh, that's a good connection right there. Really good connection.
No, I tweeted that. I was like, dude, that Sheamus's crazy eye gave Edge a run for his money. That was how that's one of the things that I think pro wrestling is missing nowadays is that kind of fire, like that being able to get into matches like that. Because Sheamus, I mean, that's his character, but you can see that the guy genuinely loves what he's doing.
A lot of those people don't have that passion anymore. It's almost like, back in the day, if you wanted to make those big bucks and get that, that extra protection from WWE, from the wrestling promotion, you had to be their top guy. So you had to fight and prove yourself every night going in that, hey, I could be your top guy. Now it's almost like everybody gets the same health benefits, everybody gets the same this and this, that you have people like Yoshitatsu and Michael McGillicuddy who sit on the sidelines and they're fine with where they are in the company. They don't need a promotion. They're getting the same benefits as the guys on top.
This is a good argument against socialism.
Yeah. It's like
Let's not talk politics,
let's
please.
not talk politics. But
No, I'm just making a that he's right. He's right. They don't have that fire because they don't have to have that fire.
The people who want to be on top, they get that position because they're the ones that are bugging the creative team on a constant basis. Hey, what do you have for me this week? Hey, I have this idea. Can we push it? Hey, can I do this or that? And I think, from what my recollection, the only group of people that get shot down for trying to be ambitious are the divas, because I heard an interview from Maria Kanellis, who got really into the wrestling business, had so many all these great ideas for divas do, and she got shot down every turn because creative just didn't believe that divas made money. That's why they've been looked down poorly recently. And if it wasn't for the likes of people like AJ and Eve to get interest back into the divas division, the divas
They need to take AJ off the mic and put her back in the fucking ring.
Oh no! They need to keep AJ on the mic, but put her in the ring. AJ's great on the mic. I'm a big AJ mark.
Oh, you guys are probably gonna hate me for this, and I don't care because number one, I like bigger women, and number two, I like older women. But Vicky Guerrero, man.
Oh my god.
Vicky Guerrero. I don't know. I don't know if it's the fact that I would be getting. I'm not gonna say that. That's fucking wrong. But
you want to lube her hole?
I don't know,
eat her
man.
burritos?
Like she's supposed. People hate her. Like I don't think she has what would be called X-Pac heat. I think she has legit heel heat because she can play the annoying character. I've seen her on Twitter. She's a sweet lady.
She is one of the sweetest ladies you could ever meet in your entire life. From what I hear from so many people who've met her, she is a doll. Just an absolute doll.
She tweets like about her daughter and her like watching TV together.
Yeah.
But you see her on TV.
She's able to draw so much heat. That's talent right there. That's talent that was never just looked at. People thought that Vicky Guerrero, when she first joined the business, that she was just going to be there because of Eddie, or she was going to be there because of, just to do this quick story.
Oh, hell no. She's broken out on her own, man.
But she took what she was given, and she was like, I could work with this. And boom, now she is the biggest heel in that company.
So Sheamus show, you thought the finish was eh?
I thought the finish was because we've seen this ref bumps, a lot of these stories with the ref is fine, but if you space them out.
It's Scott Armstrong, man. He's hard body ref. Come on.
He's a hard body ref, fine, but these screw job endings are getting a little ridiculous.
You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see someone like try to do that with Scott Armstrong again, and Road Dogg just come barreling out of the back.
Do you want to know how to make a heel look bad, and like a badass and more hated?
They're going for cheap heat right now.
If you have Big Show go over cleanly, he could be looked as a much bigger heel. You don't need him to cheat to make him go over as a.
Yeah, that there is an argument that I make a lot. Is heels don't have to cheat. A heel will get just as much heat, if not more, if he's legitimately better than the face.
Yeah.
If you push him as like he has more talent, or he's stronger, or he's quicker, or he's just more ruthless and can win clean and doesn't have to cheat, that gives him more credibility, not just as a heel, but as a wrestler.
Exactly. So, I guess we can just say what happened. Pretty much what happened during the match. Sheamus is going to go for the bro kick. Big Show grabs Scott Armstrong and pulls him in front of Big Show himself. Armstrong got kicked by the bro kick. He goes down. Big Show knockout punches Sheamus. Referee goes for a 3 count, calls it, but then DQs Big Show later on. So the winner
actually, a different ref DQ'd Big Show.
What? A different ref.
Yeah, it was.
A different ref DQ'd Big Show.
Yeah.
He was like, "No, that's bullshit." DQ'd him.
And so then we get Sheamus as the winner by DQ, which means the title does not change hands. So
Actually, first we get Big Show getting censored, which I laugh my 11-year-old brother and I left our asses off at.
he it was surprising because he got censored, but then they didn't censor Dumbass, which I think would be something
Yeah,
that
that's
they would
funny.
censor as well.
It's a World Heavyweight Championship, dumbass.
Yeah, probably they missed the buzzer or something.
At least it's not
Or-
Kevin Nash
or-
dropping
or
the
it's-
F-bomb every 5
Hey.
minutes.
Hey, or it's like
I'm the shit,
or it's
I'm
like
telling
when they censored the audio when Fred Durst flipped off the camera at SummerSlam last year.
Oh God.
I was
No,
crying when
Botchamania
that
has a running joke where if they censor it during a pay-per-view, he'll put Benoit in like really big letters
Oh.
because they're censoring that.
Oh.
It's
Too,
I'm sorry,
too
but
soon.
It's never
Ben
too
Wall
soon
is
for a
never-
Chris
Never
Benoit
too
joke.
soon.
Chris Benoit jokes are a comedy gold mine.
Chris
I'm sorry.
Benoit.
Chris
Traditional
Benoit?
Survivor
Yeah,
Series match.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you. I thought the ref shit was a little bit was just for cheap heat, but when Sheamus went ballistic and started beating him with the chair, I thought that was really credible. I thought that really put Sheamus over as don't fuck with this guy.
Definitely.
Do not fuck with the Irish Super Saiyan.
Traditional match, go.
Traditional
Oh my
Survivor
god,
Series
this match was amazing.
Team Foley versus Team Ziggler. On Team Ziggler,
Oh
there's
god, dude.
Alberto Del Rio, Damian Sandow, David Otunga, Wade Barrett, and Ziggler himself. On Team Foley, there's Kane, Daniel Bryan, Kofi Kingston, The Miz, and Randy Orton. I wanna
Wade
say-
Barrett.
Before we say
Barrett.
anything,
Barrett!
before we say anything about the match was ruined for me and a lot of people in this call when they first got rid of Punk. They secondly got rid of they did the whole thing where now Ziggler has no connection to Foley. He has no feud going on between Foley. Doesn't
Wait, they had a feud?
no, yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't make sense. Why would Ziggler be the captain of this team when it should have been Foley versus Punk, or just even have Team Heyman versus Team Foley? At least have Heyman represent this team. at
Well,
Survivor
the only
Series.
thing that really threw me off was I forgot that McMahon took Punk out of that. I was kind of like, what the hell happened? And then I was like, oh yeah.
It wasn't something that like
But-
they hyped up for a long time. 'Cause they did it last minute.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I'm kind of gonna have to agree with you on that because, like, yeah, what beef do Ziggler and the Human Muppet have?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Well, this
Nothing.
was a match just to push Ziggler and turn Randy.
Okay, but think about it this way. Ziggler has been having a feud with Cena for the past month. That's all they've been hyping up. It's Ziggler, Vicky versus AJ and Cena. That's all they've been
Wait,
doing.
I thought they were hyping up the Orton Del Rio feud for like a fucking year, like longer than this, and they've been that. I thought that Falls Count Anywhere match really intensified it.
They've been hyping up Orton and Del Rio from after when Ziggler stopped feuding with them for like a month.
And I don't think that's that bad of a feud. I think even though Ziggler Foley didn't have much credibility going into it, I thought number one, I thought that the Orton Del Rio feud really brought some credibility to the match, and I also thought that the Kane and Daniel, that the Team Hell No dynamic really brought some credibility to the match.
The thing is, they put a match on SmackDown that could have been easily pay-per-view quality match. It was a Falls Count Anywhere match between Orton and Del Rio that could have been on a pay-per-view and could have easily been a really damn good
Should
match.
have been on a pay-per-view as good as that match was.
Yeah. So I think they missed a chance on that being a feud, like a full-fledged feud, which would have actually been probably really good. But
You other guys need to stop twiddling your thumbs and talk.
I'm
Oh,
listening.
d-
Keep
don't-
going.
Don't worry, John. This is what happens every single pay.
Because
Fucking
Mike,
podcast.
Mike, I want to hear more of your smarkish negativity.
Do you really?
That's what he calls.
That way I can play off of my sarcastic. I can play off of it with my sarcastic reference
Oh,
pool
so
and start making Scott Steiner jokes.
Oh, so you want me to set you up for jokes? Is that what this
I'm
is?
hungry.
This is exactly what the relationship is, Mike.
We're doing Mike and Egg by letting him stop by letting him not.
Oh. If you really
Shut
want
up!
my, if you really,
Shut up, Ned.
if you really want my negativity, just wait till the main event.
Oh god, dude,
Why?
we're gonna be like out negative. We're gonna be out negative. Out. We're gonna like cancel each other out without. It'll be like John. It'll be like John Cena and Ryback being in the same match. How their no cells canceled each other out.
I
We'll
can't.
talk about Ryback's no cells because those are probably the worst no cells
I,
ever.
I can't.
Okay,
Oversold
yeah,
no
okay.
cells.
I got an analogy that that needs to be saved for the main event. But let's talk about this traditional Survivor Series match because oh my god, this shit was good.
Okay,
Other than the
wait,
minor
wait.
gripes, this match was fucking amazing.
Hunter, what do you think of the traditional Survivor Series match?
It's fucking awesome.
You thought it was
You
good?
guys
Oh,
are
yeah.
retarded for hating it just because it doesn't make sense. It's a good
Exactly,
wrestling
man.
match. Enjoy it.
It was a good
You
wrestling
don't get
match.
too. You don't get any of these anymore, dumbasses. Just enjoy it.
That was the
Damn!
That was the point I wanted to make. At first, I hated going into this match. I didn't like the fact that they were just gonna get rid of Punk, and I wasn't gonna enjoy the match. I surprisingly enjoyed the match. I really
Yeah,
did.
'cause
Well,
It was good wrestling.
Hey,
It
it made more sense than Luke Gallows debuting for TNA.
Oh,
Oh my god.
how dare you?
Dog. It's
How dare you?
dog.
How dare you make fun of the director of Chaos? You know better.
Dude, okay, number one, number one, I barely even knew who Luke Gallows was. Number two, I'm actually becoming a pretty diehard fan of Joseph Park just because I think Abyss really can play this flustered lawyer.
Oh my god, we're getting off topic here.
Yeah, we are.
This is-
But
back to the
really, this match.
the only thing
was-
related to TNA and WWE are the stupid storylines.
Greg,
Yeah.
stop sidetracking us.
But
Damn it, Greg. What's your problem?
But
Okay.
yeah, this
Go,
honestly, this match was like, I don't know. It had a lot. Honestly, I think that is their best. That match contained pretty much all of the WWE's best talent. In my personal opinion, that match had all of their best talent.
and David Otunga.
No, yeah, their best talent
I
and David
know
Otunga.
you disagree with me.
No,
And
Kofi,
David Otunga.
Kofi Kingston kind of sucks too.
No, Kofi.
Are you
He was good
kidding
in
me?
the match.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Kofi was-
Kingston's,
can
Kofi
flop.
Kingston's talented to where if you're looking for a good high flyer to
Kofi-
He's a talented mid Carter. That's the problem.
Kofi was good when he debuted, but then it got repetitive because it's the same stuff over and over again.
That stiff kick he gave to the Miz, like, actually, speaking of the Miz getting kicked in the face, that kick that he took today from who was it? Who kicked him in the head today?
Was it Ziggler?
Was that Ziggler that gave him like the white boy version of Trouble in Paradise?
I believe so.
Like that's the second stiff ass kick that he's taken in a couple weeks. Like Ziggler knocked the shit out of his head.
Oh, point out the most over guy on the heel team, Ziggler.
Oh, I was
Ziggler
like,
was over-
which team is heel? Because Daniel Bryan's on the other one.
Well, he's a tweener now, so
Oh, he's a twin. See, I never really like. He's so fucking over. I can't tell if he's a face or a heel anymore.
he's a tweener getting face react. Well, the Yes chants are to screw with him.
Well, he's still over as fuck, you know.
Yeah, but he's
I don't think I've met anyone who could say a bad thing about Daniel Bryan.
he's a tweener
Oh,
who's
you
playing
never
a
met
face
Homer
role.
from New Legacy.
Who? Oh, Homer?
Yeah, you've
No.
never watched New Legacy, have you?
That guy's a douchebag. I never want to speak to him because it'll be an hour and a half of us arguing over the one guy.
He just hates Andy.
Hey, it'll devolve into fuck you,
Yeah,
fuck
pretty
you.
much. Yeah, he just hates the indies.
Oh god.
What was that? Kofi.
Anyone who that's where the WWE pulls their best talent from.
Well, let's think about it. The Indies are the only place to get talent now. Like back in the '80s, there were other promotions at the time. There were like 12
Oh yeah, you can
promotions
steal all
that
your
were-
talent.
that had their own talent, and a lot of
How do
those
you think
talent were
WCW
independent.
got all their main eventers?
A lot of the talents were independents, and all they did was travel the states and worked for different companies. Now,
They had
See,
territories. back
WCW and TNA most of their main eventers are washed up WWE mid carders.
yeah, So they're the only place to get talent now is from the Indies. So,
that I actually enjoyed the Daniel Bryan Kane interactions tonight because for whatever reason Glenn Jacobs and Bryan Danielson can play off of each other so well in terms of acting. Like I don't know about you guys, but I enjoyed their anger management thing.
it was
that
good,
was fucking fun.
But it was getting stale at a point, and then they were just
Well,
able.
they took it up. Well, they got rid of it as it was getting stale.
Here's the thing, and they're I feel like they're going for it. They need to have Bryan start getting jealous of Kane. Like
they are having Bryan.
They are because Daniel Bryan, if you notice, is the one that's getting pissed most of the time.
No.
Because he's the one that's shoving Kane.
I'm talking about when they had Kane team up with The Miz. Bryan was legitimately jealous that he wasn't the one teaming up with Kane. I'm talking about that jealousy. I'm not talking about jealous like Kane's being better than Bryan. I'm talking about legitimate people
like
that
an old
people
married
teaming
couple
up
right
that,
now.
like they're an old married couple. That's how they should act. It's
they
as hell, and Bryan's able to.
Bryan Danielson
so
can
calmly.
overact like a motherfucker, and that's what makes him entertaining.
Yeah. I think it's great.
I want Santa to tell me something. Santa, please speak.
Hello, children.
Jonesy, you're the worst.
Jonesy,
You're the
you've
worst,
been a
Hunter.
part of the podcast since day one. Has only said about 12 words.
Well, I was trying to say something. I was going to mention that. What was it that monkey flip that Kofi did that Ziggler oversell?
That was fucking awesome,
That
dude.
was a bloody.
He
Good
did one and a
Landed
half
right on his
flips.
fucking head.
I'm sorry, but Ziggler, I don't know if you can call it overselling because he plays it so well. Like
It's overselling.
every time there's overselling like and there's like Ziggler overselling where he makes it look like it could actually happen,
Ziggler
even though
was
it looks like he got hit by a cannonball.
Here's the thing. I thought Ziggler was legitimately hurt after that. Because it looked like he landed straight on his face and like busted a bone or something. But then
He landed on
that was
his
just Ziggler
stomach
selling.
first.
I should have just thought that. That was just Ziggler selling. That's the way Ziggler sells. He oversells things, but in a good way.
That's what I'm talking about.
Michaels.
Ziggler makes it work.
Yeah.
Like anyone else oversells, you're like, oh, that's shit. Like Batista overselling Mark Henry's headbutt and then the ghost of Chris Benoit German suplexing him. That was just Batista overselling. But Dolph Ziggler, it's like, holy shit, he knocked the fuck out of Dolph Ziggler. I don't know. It's just that disbelief that since Ziggler does it constantly, you add it to your suspension of disbelief.
It's how you make it look. It's like when Ric Flair gets not super kicked or something, and he immediately stands up, walks around.
Does the
ring
Flair
for a little
flop,
bit,
yeah.
and then falls
Flare
down.
bomb.
That's bad overselling. That's how you make things look bad.
No,
Ziggler makes
bad
these
overselling is when the Rock gets chopped and he acts like he got shot in the chest.
That too.
Well, that's The Rock. He doesn't give a shit.
Like Ziggler's able to make selling a move look like almost an art form.
Yeah, Ziggler makes it look legitimate. Like when you said that you thought he was legitimately injured, that's the beautiful part of it. He sells it that well. He makes it to where you don't have to suspend your disbelief. You think, holy shit, he hurt himself.
You want to know? You want to know the best thing is when he gets picked up and his legs are still trembling. Do you even notice
okay,
that?
when we get to the main event, like that whole the reactions to being picked up, when we get to the main event, I want to talk about Punk's facial expressions.
Oh, because we'll talk about that.
Definitely.
But the winner, I guess we'll just go to the end of the match then.
Well, you have to
What?
say how Orton turned.
Orton
Sandow's
turned.
being
He
fucking
didn't
drunk.
fucking turn.
Okay, he was going for a punt.
He was going
Oh.
for a punt, which
Wait,
How was that a
okay,
turn?
the
How was that a
punt
turn?
is heel Orton's thing, right?
Yeah, that's heel Orton.
Heel
I thought
Orton.
they banned the punt.
Face Orton is RKO and heel Orton is kick him in the fucking head.
And take him out.
Face Orton has done the pump before.
Oh my!
He's done it before.
yeah,
Just probably darker moments.
I thought they banned the punt.
That's the reason.
Well, they
That's
banned.
when
Yeah,
they.
I thought they
that's-
banned the brogue kick too.
No, that's when they. That's Orton was face when they banned the punt because
I got the
because
brogue kick, sucker.
Orton was gonna do a punt and then they banned it because the move was it against Del Rio or was it against someone else?
I forget.
Yeah, I
I
forgot.
don't remember.
That was just
Okay, let's just talk about the finish.
the finish. It's Ziggler Orton, and pretty much Orton backs up across the ring for the punt kick, but Ziggler super kicks him when he's going for it and goes for a pin.
Sweet chin music.
Sweet
And-
chin music.
Ziggler is the sole survivor, so Ziggler wins it for
Dude,
his team.
really, it kind of fits Ziggler because he's kind of a cross between Kurt Hennig and Shawn Michaels.
And
Nah, he's more Mr. Perfect than Shawn Michaels.
yeah, and a little bit of Billy
Just don't
Gunn.
say that to his face.
A little bit of Billy Gunn.
He needs to learn how to do the perfect plex. That would be the best.
No. McGillicuddy's doing that in NXT right now.
We'll get to NXT.
We'll see.
All right, main event time.
But yeah, that finish,
Triple-
the match
What?
was beautiful. The finish was good.
Yep, that's good.
All right, main event time.
Main event.
Main event time.
Let's
do it.
God.
This is the match that
Here we go.
makes
Feed
or breaks
me more.
pay-per-view. Triple threat match for the WWE title. John Cena versus Ryback versus CM Punk. In a surprising turn of events, Cena comes out first. CM Punk comes out second. Ryback comes out third for the championship entrance.
He got no
Ryback
reaction.
got no reaction
Got
either.
No reaction.
I'm
You mean
surprised.
you mean CM Punk came out first, Ultimate Warrior came out second, and Goldberg Jr. came out third?
What?
Seriously, seeing Cena and Ryback get into the ring was almost exactly like seeing Ultimate Warrior and Goldberg team up against somebody
what's
light
Cena's
years
running
ahead of them.
entrance?
Cena's running entrance. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
CM Punk, you cannot deal with the distressy.
Oh.
Of course, Cena has a new wardrobe too.
He's
Oh, yeah.
he's restarting the Nexus.
Cena comes out with new gear that doesn't look like shit. I don't
Nobody cares.
Nobody gives a fuck
No,
about Cena.
Mike doesn't
Nobody cares about the only thing Cena can sell.
Oh.
It's the only thing Cena sells is merchandise to little kids and women that like him taking his shirt off.
Don't
Pretty
fuck
much.
with AJ
Soccer
Cena.
moms.
You're hearing my warning. If you even
But
put
yeah.
a finger on my
AJ's
beautiful
a
AJ, I'm gonna
slut.
find you and cut your throat.
What? Wait, what?
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 Okay, to the match.
Who the fuck is he threatening?
What?
Okay,
I heard something about-
the match was pretty much just a combination of Cena and Ryback's no cells canceling each other out and Punk having way too much fun.
Ryback was selling nothing. And
Here.
was that what they were trying to pay him off as? As someone who just sold
Yeah.
nothing?
He wasn't supposed
He's
to
Goldberg Jr.
That's terrible.
This is the reason why Ryback is garbage. He's flat out garbage. He can't wrestle and he can't sell moves. Why is he in the main event?
He
Because
wasn't supposed to sell moves.
They're-
They're trying to build him like he's undestructible.
he's
He's Goldberg, motherfuckers.
eventually he's gonna have to be.
Wait, so
destructible.
so Kevin Nash is gonna taser Ryback in the nuts now?
Yes.
Okay.
Holy
here-
shit! Actually, that would be a main event that I would watch.
Here. Hold on. Before we go anything further, I want to say that before the pay-per-view actually happened, Vince was having trouble deciding the ending of the pay-per-view. And apparently what was going on was Vince wants to protect Ryback. He doesn't want him getting pinned anymore.
So Ryback's his pet now.
Yeah,
He's
Ryback
moved from Cena to Ryback.
pretty much.
Finally, people can stop bitching about Cena and start bitching about Ryback's eating disorder.
Cena's still gonna be the top dude regardless.
Cena's going to be the top dude until Ryback can take over. And I think that's the idea for Vince McMahon right now. Vince
Okay, when is Bork Laser coming back? I want to know when Bork Laser's coming back.
he wants to feud with. I think they want to do one more match between him and Triple H for Mania. I think those are the plans right now.
Because right now he's just got his thumb up his ass in Minnesota F5 and Caribou.
Hey, don't talk shit about Minnesota, bro.
I'm not. Hey, I'm not. I'm saying I'm not talking shit about Minnesota. I'm talking shit about the booking because all he's doing is he's got his thumb up his ass at home F5 and Caribou. He's
Christian
bored.
Ponder's
He's
a
got
bum.
nothing to do.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mounting Sable and F5 and Caribou.
That's not too bad of a gig, though.
Well, yeah.
Minnesota
No, it's not.
sucks.
He's getting paid $5 million to do nothing.
Yeah, he gets paid. He gets paid to have matches with like bears on it in his spare time.
But anyway, back to the triple threat.
Back
If
to the triple
Ryback-
threat.
If Ryback
We
was
have
booked,
to.
yes. If Ryback was booked to no sell anything, then he should have just won the belt in 5 minutes. It doesn't make sense to have him.
I'm pretty sure he sold the NXT boys.
Whoa,
Shh.
shit.
The
What
what?
are you
We
talking?
haven't
That's
gotten
part of
to
the-
that yet. Not yet. That's gonna be the big. That's gonna be the big finale that we're gonna talk about.
I didn't say what they did. I spoiled a little bit, but not all.
I think the best spot of the night that even I was kind of like, oh, I'm gonna mark out a little bit of this was Cena and Punk teaming up on Ryback and sends him through. The
That
announce
was
table.
awesome. I honestly
really
thought they're gonna
enjoyed it.
after they got done, they're gonna look at each other and be like, "What the fuck are we doing?" and start beating each other up.
I kind of wanted like Cena just to like raise his put his hand out and Punk shaking it, and then Punk just completely backstabbing him.
That would have been great. But my favorite part of that match is probably like Punk's facial expression when Ryback like lifted him like over his fucking head.
Yeah.
Punk's expression was like, "What the fuck, man?"
I hate it when Cena did one of his routine crappy moves and Ryback just popped right back up. I'm like, are you kidding?
Well, even
He was
Ryback
so
did
close to do that,
he fucking
dummy.
like he gives him a half-ass spine buster and he gets right back up like he just got hit with a half-ass spine buster.
Like I said, if he was booked to no sell anything, he should have won the belt in 5 minutes.
the one thing.
They're
That's
trying
a
to make
typical
him
WWE
strong
main
without
event,
winning the title.
Yeah, but if you're indestructible, then you never lose.
Ryback didn't sell the announce table really well. From my perspective of it, he rolled around the ring, around the announce table too much with his head up high. It was kind of weird.
At least when Goldberg sold moves that like injured him, he sold them to a certain extent.
Oh yeah, he sold wait, did he sell any of La Parka? Like any of that?
If his arm's injured, he'll sell that. That's about it.
Yeah, he's a believable. Okay, this is gonna sound really fucking stupid, but he's a believable invincible hero.
Yeah.
Like he can be hurt. He can be hurt. He just overcomes the odds.
If Ryback can't make it look believable, then don't even have him lose the match. Just have him
Yeah.
win it.
Whereas Ryback is a walking slab of meat that can pick up like 4 different wrestlers and give him a shell shock.
But he can't pick up Tenzai, which is the sad fact.
Tensai Sandberg.
I saw that botch and I was like, I saw that botch on Botchamania. I was like, holy shit, Tensai is like God now because
He can't pick up Paul
Ryback can't
Heyman
pick
either.
him up.
He did it on SmackDown. Tensai sandbagged him.
He can't pick up Paul Heyman either though.
How many of you were happy that Tensai sandbagged Ryback?
I was
wasn't
indifferent
really-
on it.
I was indifferent.
Silence every single one of you. Mike is trying to hold his tongue, but
It's pretty hard for me to hold my tongue on this show.
well, hey, the last time I saw someone sandbag was my good friend Bob Holly, who got his neck broken for the effort.
I remember that.
I'm like I actually talked to him on Twitter, and I'm scared to bring that up.
Oh.
Bob Holly talks to you.
Yeah, dude. He sent me an autographed picture for my birthday. It's kind of deflating to the 8-year-old wrestling, to the 8-year-old Mark inside of you when fucking Hardcore Holly, who you saw bashing Al Snow with the beer cooler, is like tweeting you LOL and saying happy birthday.
Now he needs you to drop kick yourself in the face.
I can't find that Al Snow hardcore match against himself. I really want to see that.
All right, back to the match.
Okay.
Okay,
Well, I guess we could talk about the ending of the match, but I
Let's
wanna
do it.
I wanna be the humble
which the
person.
internet went fucking insane over.
I wanna be the person to say it because
Nope. I'm gonna say it right now, Greg.
Hey, okay,
I'm gonna
before you spoil it, can I say something that I legitimately thought and then I felt like an idiot for thinking it?
what?
I thought they were working for. I was like, holy shit, are these guys like under contract with Muhammad Hassan?
No.
Oh.
Like a bunch of random dudes start beating up one of the top faces. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, am I about to hear? But hey, Hassan had legit heel heat. The guy was improving.
The
His
guy had
career got
death
cut short
threats.
entirely.
Like, he had legit death threats coming to his door. It was scary as hell.
I know. The funny thing is that people were chanting USA when his whole gimmick was that he was Arab American, born in America. Yeah, people were chanting USA.
I want to go over this.
So ironically, they were rooting for the Heat.
Go over it then, Greg.
From the outside, 3 men run into the ring as security guards. But who are these 3 men? Who are these 3 men that are attacking John Cena?
This sounds like a bad
internet,
game.
Right
the internet and Michael Cole recognize
Okay, William Shatner.
Roman
Who are
Reigns,
these 3 men.
Dean Ambrose,
internet-
and Seth Rollins have debuted in the WWE main roster. I was
You mean main event of Survivor?
at the main
Series.
event on the fucking pay-per-view, no less.
let me repeat that. Roman Reigns, the son of Sika, or whatever his fucking name is, Rosie's brother, Dean Ambrose, who was John Moxley, and Seth Rollins, who was formerly known as Tyler Rex, have come
Seth
in.
Rollins, Tyler Rex, Tyler Black.
Tyler Rex.
Oh wow! I'm sorry to all.
Yeah,
the
you
internet
should just
people
quit.
watching.
Just quit right
It's
now.
like, that's like saying that Mick Foley was Big Van Vader.
Oh.
No,
You
but-
fucked up that bad.
But yeah, Tyler Black. I'm sorry, that was a mistake on my half.
You're fired.
I am fired.
Put it on
Can't fight
Botchamania.
that.
Put it at the end of Botchamania.
I'm uploading this to Botchamania right now.
What an amazing, like, I thought these guys, because there were rumors that these guys were going to debut probably like 2 months, like in the next 2 months, but I didn't expect it to be at Survivor Series, which makes it a complete surprise.
Are you gonna tell everyone the spot that Ryback surprisingly sold a little bit?
Well, Cena goes for the AA, but Ryback slides out. Ryback nails Shell Shock down on Cena. All of a sudden, 3 guys dressed in black rushed her in. They beat Ryback.
You already told us who they are.
Yeah. Or, well, because I'm reading the results right here.
The NXT boys came out and started beating the fuck. I'm gonna paraphrase it. The NXT boys came out and started beating the shit out of Ryback.
Yeah. And
Or Goldberg Jr.
they're ripping up
With
the
the Billy
tables,
Clubs.
and Michael Cole was, oh my god, it's Roman.
Yeah, the internet and
Reigns.
Michael Cole recognized them.
Yeah, it was
And JBL was like, "Who the fuck are these guys?"
because JBL was all he was talking about was other sports besides of wrestling.
I want JBL to
It's because he couldn't name any of the NXT rookies.
I want
Through
JBL.
has-
the entire
their asses.
pay-per-view, that's what he was doing. Through the entire pay-per-view, he was talking about other sports except wrestling.
Lawler was kind of stunned into silence the entire time. Like, I'm pretty sure it's because he had to share an announce table with JBL that Lawler couldn't use his juvenile but hilariously
That's
fucking
because,
funny.
like, every time Lawler would say something messed up,
Actually,
JBL would be like, Dr. Punk is coming for you.
to Big Fish in our live chat over at Justin.tv/Arc of Wrestling or Twitch TV/Arc of Wrestling, whichever one it links to. He says JBL didn't say anybody owed him money at all, and he did. He actually said that Carlos Colon owed him money during the first match with Primo and Epico.
Carlito
Again?
spits on him as JBL is not cool.
Yeah. What?
He got in trouble for saying that. He apologized for saying that the last time.
Yeah, but he
He
said
didn't
it
say
again.
that.
JBL has had to apologize for so much shit during his career. He fucking goose stepped in Germany to get heel heat, and they all but kicked him out of the country.
Yeah, and he almost got fired for that.
Hey, how come he didn't get fired for soaping Edge's ass and bullying the fuck out of Miz?
Because Joey Styles beat him up.
Joey Styles beat him up.
Joey Styles.
So he gave JB he did to JBL what JBL did to the Blue Meanie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn.
Okay. So pretty
The
much
finish wasn't bad. The finish The fact
got to
that
see-
nobody finished the match that was a main eventer made me very happy because I was reading Twitter as I was watching this, and I'm seeing people like freaking the fuck out because they recognize it. And I'm like, I don't watch NXT.
Yeah. It's that we got to see Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns all debut at the same time. It's amazing. And I was wondering because they were pushing, The Undertaker has debuted on Survivor Series. The Rock debuted on Survivor Series. I'm like, why are they keep on repeating that? Why are they repeating this?
Didn't they say
constantly?
something about we don't know who could debut tonight or something like that?
Something like that.
I think they meant as like a star, because they kept they referenced it during the second Survivor Series match too.
I was wondering if Fandango was going to.
That's what I was thinking. I thought Fandango was gonna have like a match like midway through Survivor Series. I'm like, okay, that'll be cool.
I did too. I thought they were gonna have a match.
Yeah, but I don't think it was like an actual debut. I think it was just like who's gonna show up.
What if Heyman makes him a new NWO?
I did like how they do it though. They just kind of pop the fuck up out of nowhere and just start. They go for the biggest slab of meat they can find.
What's that, Hunter?
What if Heyman makes him the new NWO?
Why would they be the NWO?
They'll just
Because
be
Punk has made personal appearances about bringing the stable name back by the Rumble next year.
Eh.
I think Punk is I don't know, man. Punk just felt to me.
New World
Punk
Order that fits in perfect with what he's.
I know. I'm just saying. It seemed to me like this match was kind of like Punk kind of just felt left out to me. It kind of seemed like it was all about Ryback and Cena, and Punk was just kind of periphery character.
Actually,
Well, of course.
I think it was just all about Ryback. At a point, Cena and Punk had their small fights, but I think the entire match was just about Ryback.
I did like how the match started though, with Punk and Cena basically playing fucking Duck Duck Goose
Yeah.
around the ring. That made it.
Oh, when
got a
Punk
chuckle out.
when Punk was running around the ring, yeah.
Yeah, when Punk slid out of the ring and started running, Cena's like, "Get the fuck back here!"
I don't know if about an NWO stable. Maybe like an indie stable with Heyman leading it.
Wait, Big Fish is saying something about armored car.
What?
He says still don't get what the whole armored car thing was about. Besides the guards being the NXT, what armored car are you talking about, Big Fish?
Yeah, I never saw a fucking armored car, but then again, I only saw like half the show.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing an armored car.
Maybe it happened on Raw or SmackDown or something like that.
Josh Matthews said something about an armored car showing up in the first hour.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh, he did say
Okay,
something?
so he took a throw. Who's the guy that brought that up?
Josh Matthews.
She
No,
was like,
no, the guy that brought
there's
up-
people arriving or something. There's a fancy car arriving.
The guy in the chat that brought
Big
up the
Fish.
Big Fish. You paid attention when none of us were. I applaud you. You were paying fucking attention.
Congratulations, Big Fish. You got the approval of John.
Yeah, and all the bullshit that's worth.
Exactly. But that was the end of the pay-per-view. The highlight of the pay-per-view was the debuts and the NXT guys. So let me
And
ask you
Ziggler
guys-
winning clean over Orton.
Oh yeah. So Punk retained pretty much. Punk gets the pin over Cena, or was it Ryback? It was Cena.
Cena.
Yeah. So Punk wins.
Dude, Cena Ryback would find a way to no sell a pin.
He'd kick out at 2 after being put through 2 tables.
Probably.
Yeah, it'd be like even the Undertaker bitched about the Dudley Boys putting him through a table. Ryback wouldn't. Ryback would probably pick the pieces of the table up and consume them.
Feed me wood.
Actually, I ate. Twitter was like my Twitter was like exploding with like one of the guys was like, I think we should all eat 5 hoagies in honor of Ryback.
Oh,
I was like, dude, I'm eating a fuckload of chocolate pudding pie in honor of Ryback.
We did forget to mention the the promo between AJ and Vicky, where AJ was
Ah,
showing
that-
her-
that-
Pretty good.
That's
Who-
stupid shit.
Okay, I didn't recognize who came out and started like kicking AJ's ass.
that was Tamina. Tamina.
Mina.
She hasn't wrestled in a while, but Tamina, the daughter of Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Oh, you think that was like her being reintroduced?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she hasn't wrestled on Raw or SmackDown in a while, except for like Diva Battle Royals, which she would randomly show up in and get
Yeah.
eliminated. But I can't wait if they legitimately go with an AJ Tamina feud. It's gonna be probably some of the best Diva matches we've seen in years. Hands
Because
down.
AJ can fucking wrestle.
AJ can fucking wrestle. I've already said.
If we're gonna go with debut with like reintroducing or debuts of like second generation wrestlers, when the fuck are we gonna get Richie Steamboat in there?
He's still in NXT. I don't know.
Because I
when.
heard he's fucking amazing.
He wrestles like his dad. He has a lot. He has
Yeah,
a
I
very
know,
old
that's
school
the
wrestling
good thing.
style.
Like
Yeah.
I heard that's why he's so good is because he can is because it's basically in his blood,
But then again,
which is ironic because that's his last name.
he has the same talent as his dad, which means he can't talk for shit on the mic. He can't
Oh,
cut promos for the life of him. I'm a big Steamboat fan because one of the matches that got me into wrestling was WrestleMania 3, Macho Man Randy Savage versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And ever since then, those two have been probably some of my favorite wrestlers of all time. But goddamn, Ricky Steamboat just could not speak on
God
the mic.
rest his soul.
He can't. I mean, he was a great babyface. He was one of the only competitors
Perpetual
such a
babyface.
who had such a long career, and all he was a big.
What about
babyface.
what about Sting? Nobody can believe Sting turning heel. Like anytime he's turned heel, he still gets a bigger pop than the faces he's up against.
That's because he's a legend.
Yeah, that's because of a legend. I mean,
He's a fucking man. I'm sorry.
if Ric Flair turned heel, if he came back and turned heel, he wouldn't get like heel.
Even though Flair is like the biggest douche face ever.
He is. He's like one of the biggest like a-holes in the company as well. Ric Flair.
Okay. I gotta drop the since we're on the subject of Flair, the Jay Lethal Ric Flair woo off.
I don't remember
From
that.
like 3 years ago.
Yeah, when Lethal came down and was
When
doing
he
a
was
Flair
imitating Ric
impression.
Flair?
No, yeah, he was giving a Flair impression, and they start going woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, because they were
like
feuding
back
at
and
that
forth,
time.
and Flair like starts humping the air
Yeah.
and saying that he could get with any woman. Like I can get any woman in this arena, even that fat one.
Yeah.
Yep. That's Rick
Okay.
for you.
So you know what we're gonna do? Ratings. I hope you all got your ratings for this pay-per-view. Quick 1 out of 10. Mike.
7.5.
Bastard.
Hunter.
8.5.
John.
I think I'm going to go ahead and give it what Mike gave it, just because. And the 7 is for the second traditional Survivor Series matchup, because that match was like fucking unholy how good it was. And the 0.5 the 0.5 is because I don't watch NXT, the NXT boys debuting.
All right.
Big Fish gave it an 8
And
out of 10 in
What
chat.
and the rest of it that isn't there was caused by Cena Warrior and Goldberg Jr.'s no cells canceling each other out.
Just letting everyone know again, Big Fish gave it an 8 out of 10 in chat.
All right. And Jonesy.
Well, see, Big Fish paid more fucking attention than we did.
Yeah, he did, because he was actually able to catch the Josh Matthews. I can't even find it. In
Nobody
the results.
else listens to Josh Matthews except him and JBL, and JBL only does it to make fun of him.
I can't even find it in the results because I'm trying to look for it. And
It doesn't matter. Jonesy, what's your...
Jonesy, what's your thing?
Subscribe to him.
I'll go to 7.5.
7.5. I'm giving it an 8.5, just like Hunter. I thought that
There we
was
go.
decent. Very
Well,
very
three.
good.
It's 3 against 2 here, so we win.
So
No,
I
you
guess
guys
we just have
don't.
to go in the middle. 8.0 pay-per-view. All right.
Good one.
Should we take a break or should we just move on to? Because we're already
Just
an hour and a half into this thing. Should we just
Ju-
do
just
pop,
Keep
pop, and botch?
going.
just talk. Just do a little bit of BSing and then do pop flop and botch. Don't make it too much longer.
BSing. What should we BS about?
Whatever you want. But I'm
Okay, in terms of like news, like what news would we be talking about? Are we like, is it like all across wrestling?
Yeah,
or
I mean,
just
it would be like
the-
news topics that you'd find like on dirt sheets, and we would bring them up. But I can't remember anything that's happened. I mean,
Okay. I want to just. This is going to be more of a speculation thing than anything because we've already got two people that have pretty exposed faces in terms of in the wrestling business debut for, and you guys are going to hate me for this because I'm bringing up TNA, but I'm actually genuinely interested in who the rest of Aces and Eights is because you've already got Devon and Straight Edge Society reject. Who else do you think it could be? Like, 'cause
one of them is gonna be Cliff Compton, who used to play Domino in the tag team Deuce Domino.
he actually follows me on Twitter for some odd reason.
He follows everybody that follows him.
Like he followed me first. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Then I was like, who's this guy? And then I looked him up. I was like, what?
yeah, because he's been in OVW for a while. He's gonna be him. Adam Pierce or something to that extent. He's another one of them, I believe. But I can't remember the rest of them. Here, let me go to the OVW website. Because from my
Wait, they're
belief,
taking their talent from OVW?
that's their training facility now. That's their developmental.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's like TNA's like only developmental.
Yeah, like at least they have a developmental, but their developmental is pretty shitty. A lot of their guys are like really small dudes. They're like 5'10" and weigh like 180 pounds.
Yeah, compared to FCW, it's just not.
That's honestly, how is that any more believable than Luke Gallows choke slamming a 6'8", 350-pound lawyer through a table?
But then
I don't
Like
think he's.
that's something that pisses me off about. Like that's something that I really don't get about the whole Joe Park thing because Tenay was like building up like. I'm just gonna call him fucking Luke Gallows because I'm not gonna call him Director of Chaos. It's fucking stupid.
I hate his name too.
But
it's the Director of Chaos, and how dare you hate it?
But
They stole Otunga's gimmick. How dare they?
But Tenay was like freaking the hell out over how big Luke Gallows was. I was like, dude, Joe Park is like the same size as his brother, and his brother's fucking huge.
They're the same guy.
I know. I'm just from a I'm just saying from a kayfabe standpoint.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm hoping you're not being serious.
I know, and that's kind of, and I'm legit interested in how they're gonna play this, like in terms of how they're gonna do it because I'm gonna get hate for this, but I like this. I like the monster. I like just the monster heel that he plays. It's kind of like a Mankind / Kane thing, and I think he plays it well. But I also think he plays a flustered lawyer really well. But I'm like, from a kayfabe standpoint, I'm like, he's just as big as his fucking brother, Tenay.
The thing with the Abyss gimmick, it works when he's not a retarded baby.
Oh yeah, it works when he's not a Hulk Lantern.
When Hogan first debuted and he clapped his hands like a retard.
Oh my, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. When he gave him he's like, no more pussy shit, brother. I'm gonna give you the Hulk. I'm gonna give you the ring that's gonna give you the power of the Hulkamaniacs, brother.
Yeah,
he became a Hulk, and he became a Hulk Lantern.
That crap.
That was fucking stupid. And then Samoa Joe got kidnapped by ninjas and thrown into a van.
And he was never heard from for 6 months, and he didn't explain it.
Then he got a tattoo then he got a penis tattoo on his face, and they dropped that gimmick because it was fucking stupid.
Well, that wasn't really a gimmick. It was just part of his Samoan culture, yeah.
Well, I like the current Samoa Joe where he gets to beat the fuck out of Magnus.
Well, Magnus is currently on the sidelines because of Aces and Eights.
Well, actually, like Sting, that whole thing with Sting, that was like, holy shit! I can't believe they're actually going to take one of their top draws out.
Well, it's his time. It's his time to take a break. So he takes a break
Wasn't he
around this time.
injured?
I was very impressed with Tenay about that he knew what the type of hammer that Sting was being hit with.
Was Sting injured? I don't think Sting's injured.
I was watching it and I was wondering out loud. I was like, are they just giving him time for a legit injury or?
It's probably he usually takes this time off. This time every year. He's done it for like the past 3 years.
He's fucking Sting.
The only time he didn't take off this time, around this time, was when he was the world champion, when he was in the main event Mafia.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Steiner was in the main event Mafia.
other than that, it basically this is his time. Like Undertaker has his time off after Mania and whatnot.
Dude, Undertaker, like everything to Undertaker is time off except WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck does he do? Like I wonder what a day in the life of Undertaker whenever he's not wrestling is.
Sitting at home, kicking
Like
his
he,
feet up in the chair.
Banging the
like
fuck
sit
out
like
Michelle
6'10",
McCool.
like fucking
It-
6, yeah, like 6'10", 300-pound fucking super
Biker.
like fucking megastar, like gets up out of bed, like goes in the bathroom, like rubs his eyes. Michelle, where the fuck did you put the shaving cream?
Michelle sucked my dick.
God damn it, Michelle!
Probably dresses
Like,
her up like a
He's
like
like
a high
it's
school
like
teacher.
he's like looking for cereal. I thought you said you bought Lucky Charms.
Question.
God damn it.
Why does the Undertaker sound like Steve Austin?
I can't do it. Like Steve Austin and Undertaker, like, and they actually sound a lot alike to me. Steve Austin just kind of sounds like his man.
I was gonna say the Undertaker turned into a bald redneck. When did this happen? Well, he is now.
He's not a,
All right.
he's a bald dead redneck.
Yes.
You know what we're gonna talk about next? New
I don't know.
stars have been added to the NXT roster.
Oh yay.
One of them
Yeah,
is,
who has been added?
one of them is Pac, who's very famous for working in London, right?
And Pro Wrestling Gorilla.
Pro Wrestling Gorilla.
Pac,
Is
X
it?
Pac.
Huh?
What is
He
it? Pro
does. He
Wrestling
said
Gorilla?
Pac, and I think X Pac, and
That's
then I
it.
think I just kill somebody.
Go ahead, Greg.
Okay, so he's been added.
No,
Other
what,
people that have
what
been
was your
added,
question?
Axel Keegan. No. Oh, my question was, I thought he worked in London.
He worked in Pro Wrestling Gorilla too.
Oh, okay. Anyways,
Speaking of PWG, when is Super Dragon gonna gonna debut with the WWE?
That's not gonna happen.
what a
I want to hear
Super
Super Dragon
Dragon.
instead of WWE.
Super-
Super
Super
Dragon.
Dragon.
Super Dragon's gimmick is way out of line with WWE standards.
Yeah,
So-
dude, Kevin Steen would like never make it there because number one, he's too fucking good of a wrestler.
No, no, not that. It's just he cusses way too much.
That's part of Kevin Steen's appeal, though, is he can like drop fucking f-bombs and make it like he can yell at the audience to shut the fuck up. And it's okay.
Kevin Steen will be one of the guys that'll never go into the
Well,
the
dude,
mainstream.
then how the hell did Punk? Make it in the mainstream? Because watch some of his old IWA shows. He's like
Yeah, but
he's a fucking potty mouth.
yeah, but it's
Pardon my language.
but he transitioned from all that. I can't see Kevin Steen doing that.
because
Kevin Steen's kind of like me. Like he just kind of like cusses way too fucking much.
we all cuss here. Punk's able to control it. That's the thing. You know, when you have a good talker like Punk, I think you could.
Yeah, Punk's got that charisma without cussing.
He could come up with words to replace the cuss words.
Unlike in his doofus son-in-law.
Yeah, like
He actually made doofus into a legitimate insult.
yeah, like he knows how to work with words. He knows how to present them well enough to where he could get over with the fans without having to, throw out fucking shit constantly.
No wonder they didn't put Kevin Nash on the mic so much.
Anyways, I'm gonna quickly go down all the people that have been added. Adrian Neville, who's the new name of Pac. That's Pac's new name is Adrian Neville. Fucking jobber.
Didn't
ass
some
name.
people get cut? Like some
Neville?
They
NXT
get cut.
people.
No one talented though, except for
Yeah,
Nick
no-
Rogers, who's
No,
kind of talented.
Wasn't he the Lex Luthor?
Hey, what are they doing with Vader's kid?
He's still there.
Jake Carter.
He teamed with Corey Graves for the longest time, but
He won an FCW. I saw he won an FCW Tag Championship.
yeah, they're called like the sexiest tag team or something like that.
All right, keep going.
Anyway.
I wonder where Jake Carter got his looks from.
Oh, because he doesn't look like his father at all.
Certainly did not get his looks from his dad.
He got the hair of his dad. Well, I mean, what was it? What was his hair?
All right, keep going, Greg.
Like that mohawk on each side of his fucking head.
He has a full like set of hair.
Oh,
Yeah.
because Vader, like when he wore his mask, he like shaved like most of his head, except for like these strips of hair.
Legitimately. Like he had to do that for his mask thing, like to build his character. He shaved his head like because he wanted to, or like he needed to build the character like that, something like that. Anyways, Axel Keegan, he's another indie wrestler whose name Max Fellman or Max Bauer. He worked for Chaotic.
Man, these are a bunch of fucking jobber names.
He worked for what's his Chaotic Wrestling. I don't know from what I've looked up from him, he's pretty decent. You know, I think he'd get over pretty well. He's a good talker, I think. Another guy, Gavin Reed, who's a Welsh wrestler. He worked under the name Stevie Evans, or no, Stevie Star. Never mind. And
Stevie
It's
Richards.
a porn name.
Stevie Richards.
Dr. Stevie. Paging Dr. Stevie.
You'll see.
And then some other ones. There's a couple of guys that haven't been added yet. Scott Donson. He's another guy whose real name is David Charwood.
That's
the
pretty.
worst
Hey,
first name in
that'd be
the
a pretty
world.
fucking awesome ring name. Is Charwood.
And
No, never.
And the one guy who hasn't been added yet that I have been totally for the past, like, ever since he's been signed with WWE, his name is Sylvester Lefort. He is a French wrestler under the name Tom LaRufa, and he is fucking talented as hell.
I was gonna say he sounds Canadian.
No, he's French. Yeah.
Fucking cheesy.
So he's like Rene
He was
Dupree.
trained by Lance Storm.
Rene Dupree's Canadian though.
Oh shit, he was trained by Lance
He
Storm?
was trained by
Damn.
Lance Storm. So you should know how pretty
Shitty ass
talented he
Lance
is.
Damn.
Storm.
Wait. Did you just say Lance Storm is bad?
He's the worst.
Okay.
He's
Now-
Ever.
teamed with.
Okay. I got that. If that didn't come out of Mike's mouth, like, what the hell?
Lance Storm is one of the most talented guys that ever
Lance
won a
Storm
world
is
title.
fucking awesome, dude.
He's teamed
But-
with. Daniel
Awesome, you
Bryan
mean
before.
terrible on the mic.
Not everything is about Mike's skill.
Yeah,
Connor.
not everything's about mic skills. I mean, if the guy can perform, like a lot of bad mic skills can be negated by awesome performance in the ring. I mean, look at guys like, you just like totally wrecked
Yeah,
my
it's
you
not.
totally wrecked my train of thought because
Dean
I'm
Malenko, great
Yeah,
athlete,
Malenko.
probably some of the best wrestler in the world, and he has shitty mic skills.
Bradshaw, Farouk.
Well,
Brad-
Bradshaw's
Brad-
an excellent fucking guy on the mic.
Bradshaw is JBL and he's a wrestling god, so
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Yeah, what am I fucking talking about? Okay, just leave Bradshaw then Farouk, because all he only has to say one word.
Farouk was he
Damn.
wasn't bad on the mic. He wasn't known for his mic skills. He was known for being
a powerhouse.
Powerhouse, yeah.
You know who the best botcher on the mic is? Just for one incident,
Scott Steiner.
Adam,
Booker T.
I would say.
Hulk Hogan,
I'll come for you, nigga.
coming for you, nigga.
for you, nigga.
I love how he immediately realizes that he dropped an N-bomb and like face palms, like double face palms. He's like, "Oh my god, what did I just say?" And Mean Gene, a guy who broke a promo to tell someone to put a cigarette out, just keeps it in stride. Like, this guy keeps a straight face when Scott Steiner is on the mic next to him.
Did you ever see the one? I think it was it W or no? It was older. It's like fuck.
There's one word. Oh yeah.
Fuck.
No, it's basically a summary of the Ultimate Warrior's career. Gentlemen, as you know, the Ultimate Warrior. Fuck
Fuck
it.
it.
His voice just said, "Fuck it."
All right, Greg, let's wrap this up.
Well, those are the people that have been added to the NXT roster. Hopefully, they'll add Sylvester Lefort in soon because he's just fucking talented as hell. I would
Okay,
honestly say,
when are they gonna sign Gregory Iron? Because
oh wow,
fuck,
They're probably not because of his
Probably never
disability.
gonna
that's douchey and discriminatory.
Not really. They're not going to sign. They might not sign him because of his disability, but
The
he's not.
last time they signed someone with a disability like that was what's
Zach
his name?
Gowen.
Zach
Gowen.
Gowen, the one with the one-legged man.
I heard he's not bad.
He's quite good for a wrestler who has one leg. He's actually very like he
Well, dude, Greg Iron does like
jumps around
can
the
do
ring
a
a lot.
fucking cripple. Greg Iron can do a fucking crippler crossface with one hand.
Because it really is a crippler crossface.
Oh.
Yeah, no, he calls it the crippled crossface.
The crippled crossface.
Yeah, he calls it. He's very self-deprecating. He relies a lot on self-deprecation because, like, he said in one interview that the only time it ever really bothers him is when he tries to like open a bag of pretzels and like easy shit like that he just can't do.
So messed up.
Okay, so what's this last segment? This
pop, flop, and botch.
Pop,
what we're gonna
botch.
do is I'm gonna give you. We're gonna start with a couple other guys to let you get familiar with
Break it down.
and then you can do yours. So, Mike, we'll start with you. What's your pop, flop, and botch?
My pop goes to the Baltimore Ravens for beating the Steelers tonight.
Hey,
Beautiful.
this is a fake wrestling
Beautiful game.
podcast, not a. This is a fake sport podcast, not a real sport
Hey,
podcast.
this is the only time I will be able to mention sports on this entire show.
It's true.
Fuck.
I banned him from talking football during the show. I said it's fine to talk at the end, but not during it.
My flop goes to Greg's Oakland Raiders for sucking yet again.
Oh fuck you! I knew they were gonna suck this year. I thought they would just be better than they are right now.
It's
You-
Oakland. They always suck.
You thought wrong.
I'll give them like another 5 years to get a fucking new.
Give them another 5 years to what? Have the same fucking record and worse players?
No, they need to fucking get rid of all their players, get some fresh young guys in there, and work with that. That's
And before
all
Terrell
I want.
Pryor comes in this year.
What?
And before 2 and 14.
Well, they have 3 wins, so they can't go 2-14.
Okay, in before 3 and 13.
And my botch goes to Brodus Clay for not being able to pick up Tensai properly.
I think everybody's botch is
That's
gonna
me,
go to
my
Brodus.
bad. That was fucking
Probably.
terrible.
That's my
Fuck
botch.
Fuck, hey,
Promise I
no.
didn't see that.
Can't,
Bosh.
my fuck you of the week is going to Brodus for dropping a veteran like Tensai on his fucking
Oh.
head and not knowing how to do
Oh,
it.
my other botch goes to Strike for making
What
excuses.
Fuck, dude, I was gonna do that. You
Making
bastard.
excuses as to
You're the
why he dropped.
worst.
You can still do it, dude.
His
Wait, who made
were
excuses for
terrible.
Brodus?
Strike. He's another person, a part of the podcast that didn't show up today. He hates Del Rio for the sole fact that Del Rio isn't charismatic and doesn't get over with the fans. And he likes Brodus Clay because of his character, not because of his wrestling.
Okay. Big Fish's pop goes to the Patriots for destroying Andrew Luck and the Colts.
Fuck
His
yeah.
flop goes to the first hour of the pay-per-view, and his botch goes to Brodus Clay.
I want to say something to Big Fish right now. Big
I wanna say
Fish.
something-
No, shut up. Big Fish, for months, almost a year now, we wanted you to get a mic so you could join us on the podcast. Yet you haven't gone to mic yet. You should get on that, buddy.
Do it.
Do it.
Dude,
Black
yeah,
Friday, bro.
Big
Black
Fish,
Friday.
Big Fish, I'm on the podcast through a cracked up fucking 3-year-old iPhone, and you can't join the podcast. Come on, man.
Hold on. I got something to say to Big Fish too. Screw the Patriots.
Aw.
No,
freaking Raven,
hey,
Mark.
Hey, I got a much better way to say it. Fuck the Patriots.
Yes.
Put them in the camel clutch. Break their back. make them humble and fuck their asses.
Thank you, Iron
When
Sheik.
did the Iron Sheik get into this call?
Thank you, Iron Sheik.
Stop hating on the Patriots.
I will hate on the Patriots all I want.
Just because the Ravens can't beat them to get to the Super Bowl.
We've already
Oh,
beat the
you
Patriots.
mad?
Fuck the Steelers and fuck the Ravens.
Hey, Hunter. Hey, Hunter. When your team makes the playoffs, come talk to me.
Hey, let's
Okay,
stop
we'll make
talking
him
about
this year.
football and have Hunter do his bot flop and botch.
My pop goes to Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins for debuting tonight.
For something that they had no control over.
Yeah, pretty much. I've waited 2 years and it's about damn time.
You couldn't. What about Roman Reigns?
I don't give a shit about that fucker.
You
Shit about-
motherfucker!
No,
I hate you.
That basically what my Twitter feed was like Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, and someone was like, "What about Roman Reigns?" And it was like, "Who gives a fuck about Roman Reigns?"
I give a fuck about Roman Reigns because I think he could be really, really talented.
Well, we'll get to
I
that. Hunter, keep going.
I
Hunter,
don't
keep
care. My flop goes to Greg for calling Seth Rollins Tyler Rex.
No, that's a botch. That's not a flop. That's a botch.
That's a botch.
Well,
because I
That's a
misspoke.
botch, but my botch goes to Brodus Clay and Greg for that.
Jonesy,
Oh, he's putting you on the same level as Brodus Clay. How does that make you feel?
We do that all the time.
yeah, I get shit on a lot for this podcast.
You are
No,
the
it's-
equivalent of Bros Clay on this podcast.
Go ahead, Jonesy.
My pop goes to Rollins and Ambrose finally debuting and killing that joke about Ambrose never debuting.
He's a unicorn.
Tonight is the night.
I guess he
Right,
isn't a
right.
unicorn.
Hey, he was John. He should have had John Cena's gimmick.
Keep
We
going.
couldn't see him.
What else? My flop. I'll. What match was the worst?
What match was the worst?
Try the pre-show.
Yeah, I want to give it to the pre-show because that was fucking terrible. I didn't really. I don't even think I watched most of that
But
match.
3MB. I'm a woman.
Fuck 3MB.
You're-
Fuck.
the
Fuck
only guy who
the
could wrestle
CMB.
was ringside.
What?
The only guy who could wrestle was ringside.
Yeah, that's true.
Fuck
Eh.
Heath Slater.
I'm just old man.
Oh my God.
Fuck the one-man band.
All right, keep going, Jonesy.
My botch. Promise, I didn't see the 10-side botch. I think it was cooking a
because
pizza.
your computer crashed, didn't it?
No, I think it was cooking something.
No, you fatty.
But it sounds like a bad one, so I'll give it to that.
Okay. John, do you have yours prepared?
I'm still thinking on a couple. I want to hear yours first.
You want to hear mine? Okay, because
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I'll just do it. My pop goes to, of course, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns for debuting tonight.
Who?
My flop would have to go to probably what's the Cobra?
Copeland.
Is their tag team name, right?
Team Cobra.
Team Cobra.
Fuck.
Why are they still considered a tag team? God knows
Fuck
why.
this Santino Morella.
Oh, and also Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd for still not having like a solid like ring gear, because usually tag teams are supposed to have like the same type of ring gear, and they're still coming out differently. Even Sin Cara and
I'm pretty
Rey
sure
Mysterio have come
Team
out with the same
Cobra
gear.
has like no fucking clue how to do that either.
Yeah, but that's why I gave them my flop, and my botch goes to.
Oh, I thought that was because it was Team Cobra.
It was just the fact that they're even a team in general.
They even exist.
That they just even exist, and yeah. And my flop would have to go. I mean, my botch would have to go to me
Fuck,
calling
you botched again.
Tyler Black, Tyler Rex, I guess. 'Cause I'm still
Tyler
hurt
Black.
because I'm still hurt over the fact that Tyler Rex was left, that he left WWE to go do his own business. Yep, that's it. John, your turn. Go.
Okay, I got two pops. one pop on just from a fan standpoint goes to Mick Foley for stuffing Mr. Sacco down that bastard Ricardo Rodriguez's throat. My other pop has to go to you guys for letting me on this fucking podcast, which honestly, that was really cool, you guys. Thanks a lot.
Best time of your life.
No problem.
And well, yeah, it's been it's been the highlight of my birthday.
Because guess what, John?
Nice.
Guess what? Because you've been such a good dude, we are offering you a full-time membership to the Arc of Wrestling podcast.
Well, fuck that. Hell yeah.
All right, John, the new member.
Yeah.
Of the Arc of
Let me
Wrestling.
get. If you want John Ishmael on the Arc of Wrestling podcast, give me a hell yeah. Oh, fuck you guys. Fuck you guys hard.
Welcome to
Okay,
the group,
my
man.
flop.
What?
My flop.
What?
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 What? You guys can't hear me, can you? I probably have to speak up louder, don't I?
Hell you do.
What?
My flop goes to actually I'm probably gonna have two for each of them. My first flop goes to myself for talking way too fucking much during this podcast.
No. That should be your that should be your pop because the rest of these fuckers wouldn't have talked in the first place. So
Oh,
good job
okay.
for you. Well,
Okay.
maybe Mike a little bit, but I'm not sure about
My other flop has to go to Cena Warrior and Goldberg Jr. for fucking up what if they had been replaced with any two other wrestlers could have been a good match.
Yeah.
And my first botch would have to go to you, Greg, for fucking up not only Tyler Black's name, but also fucking up your list of flops and botches.
I just want to say he's only 2 minutes into being a full member of the Arc of Wrestling crew, and he's already thrown me in his botch.
He's already throwing you under the bus. He fits in perfectly.
He fits in
Exactly.
perfectly.
You fit perfectly.
And
Needs more
Oh, we
shitting
have to
on
tout
Greg,
out
bro.
we have to
Need to shit
tout-
on Greg more.
Big Fish says we
And-
have to tout out a reaction.
and my other botch is to Stryker for not fucking showing up.
Okay.
Strike.
There we go.
We'll-
Strike. Fuck you,
We'll
Strike.
tell Strike that when he gets in here, which will be never, because we're kicking him out of the podcast and replaced for John.
No, you're not.
Damn it. Okay. Well, I guess that's it. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for the Arc of Wrestling podcast. You can follow us on Twitter over at twitter.com/Arc of Wrestling. Find us on Facebook. You can just search that up over Arc of Wrestling. You can find us
Oh,
on YouTube.
wait. Big Fish changes his flop to Ray and Sin Cara looking like bubblegum tonight.
No.
That was kind of.
Are you talking about their tag team or Rey
Yeah.
Mysterio's knees?
No. Oh.
Oh, he will fit perfectly in here. Follow us on
I like
YouTube,
already.
youtube.com/Arc of Wrestling. You can also find us on blip.tv/Arc of Wrestling. You can watch our podcast over there. It has ads over there, but it also helps us with some money issues. We'll be putting a donation button on the bottom of our live page, so if you guys want to, help us with some money issues, help us get.
You guys don't have to donate to me. I already have a job.
Exactly.
No.
No, well, we have jobs too, but I have to pay bills and shit.
Oh, that
Yeah,
sucks.
I'm no welfare recipient of Obama. Get
Hey,
that
you
shit
said
outta
we
here.
you said we weren't talking politics, so
Yeah, Hunter, shut the fuck up.
Too late. Obama sucks. Suck a dick.
You said it. You said it.
fuck the hunter. Fuck, put him in the camel clutch, break his back, make him humble, and fuck his ass.
No.
On that note, so if you guys want to donate to us, we'll put the donate buttons on the bottom of the live page. I'll get to that sometime this week.
Mustache rides for Stryker.
If he ever decides to show up.
No, Matt Stryker
Yeah.
Oh, Matt Stryker.
with his awesome
Yeah,
mustache.
he had that
Hey, are you
mustache.
sure that's not the same person? Because I'm pretty sure Matt Stryker doesn't show up for half the commentary he does.
Oh.
Okay, I think we're done. Bye,
I
everybody.
got a pretty
Thank
sweet
you.
handlebar mustache, not gonna lie.
Thank you for joining us.
We'll see you next week.
We love you.